Disassociation. Say hi to the 5-0. Well, there's a lot going on with, our brains. There's a lot going on that we're like processing, and the more of it that we're aware, the more that we're aware of it. I talk like I'm dyslexic. I just realized this. But the more that we're aware of this, the more that we're aware of our emotions and our behavioral patterns and everything, the more understanding we have into things, and not just into ourselves, but into the rest of society and why society's screwed up. They're screwed up because they don't do this. They're screwed up because they don't talk to themselves about things. And I think that they probably think a lot of stuff that I say out loud, but I don't think they're as cool with that. I just kind of accepted that this is the way that I am. And I actually just read about this in Romans chapter 9. Now, it's really, really comforting to read these things because you're reminded that you ain't shit. And a lot of the stuff that you whine about is so petty compared to the bigger picture. And I need to be reminded of that. That's why it's like, when it comes to depression, I don't, bitch about it or anything. It's just the way that it is. That's how it feels. It's like, people would say that depression is like, it's kind of like a plank in your eye, as Jesus would say. Now, I definitely know I have a plank in my eye when it comes to my anger and my bitterness towards this world. But at the same time, I tell myself that the plank is supposed to be there. But I guess that's my issue with mental illness in general. How much of it is right? How much of it is wrong? I feel like it's just more awareness of the actuality of things and the spiritual world and all that shit. The trouble is, if you don't have discernment, then you're going to be fucked with, because you're easy to be fucked with. You're easy to fuck with. I cannot talk. You're going to be fucked with because you're easy to fuck with. And so, if you know yourself really well, and the Bible, you heard of it? Well, like, I read it, and it helps me to sort of figure out what's actually happening. Now, many would just attribute this to me being fucking crazy. But they're not wrong, but neither am I, It's like so many people can be right at the same time, even if they have conflicting views. And I have to keep that in mind, so it's like, in light of the passage in the Bible that I'm talking about in relation to, like, the potter and his clay. Like, we can't complain about the thing that we are. We just have to accept it. So it's like, whenever you recognize that it's God that made you, and so that there's still good in you, and you chase that, then, like, you're able to understand why you have the things that you have that are a hard thing to have, Like, my life used to be way more difficult than it is now. But I guess maybe it's because I understand and I do something with it. So it's not just enough to understand. Now I have to utilize this understanding, and I have to put it somewhere rather than just curl up with it and talk to myself about it, which I can do all day, as you know. So, I think I would rather make stuff and so Ronnit asked me about twin kegs. I went and saw my friend Ronnit the other night, and she asked me if I wanted to go to twin kegs. And the thing is, we should have fucking done it, but we didn't. And the reason why we didn't is 100% because of me. Because she's itching to go out and do mic. She hasn't done a mic since fucking last year. Last year, it's still, dude, New Year's is tomorrow. Yeah. Okay. You mean earlier this year, like, dude, when was that? I think she got in the accident in like either August or September. But yeah, she totaled her car. And yeah, so she's been out. She's just been staying at the crib because she can't really do much else. And so she's really dying to go out to a mic. You know, I guess she could. I mean, she has friends that have gotten her like Uber rides and everything. So like, she could easily go out and do it if she really wanted to. But I think she's just waiting for me to take her out. And I would rather go with her anyway because there's more of a chance that I'll fucking go. You know, obviously. It's just hard for me to force myself to do things that involve other people. You know, so it's really not about me being scared to do it or like, oh no, I can't do the thing that I'm supposed to do. I mean, seriously, anything that involves people, like it involves going to a restaurant, it involves going out, shopping, anything like that, it's hard for me to force myself to do it. Like, I'll put it off and put it off and put it off until, like, I can't wait anymore. I have to go to the grocery store. I have to go to the gas station. You know, I just don't want to be around people. And it's really because of the whole, you know, technology takeover. Ever since technology took over back in 2007, it's been nothing but downhill. And I used to like talking to people, and I don't like talking to them anymore because they're so stupid, and I know that. And it's like the stuff they complain about. I know I bring this up all the time, but the reason I bring it up is because I'm fucking right, and people should be like me. And I don't care how arrogant that sounds, because it's arrogant for a reason, and the reason is good, okay? People shouldn't be hypocrites. If you have the opportunity to practice what you preach and you don't do it, then you shouldn't be preaching at all. You know, you have no reason to preach because you're not living up to what you say you believe in. So all these people that say I'm a conspiracy person, I like to think, and I want this country to be good. I want this country to be great. Make America great again, damn it. Make it great again. Well, if you actually believe that, then why aren't you doing anything in your power to contribute to it being a better country? And if you're distracted all the time, and I mean, y'all know how I feel about the television, how I feel about the smartphones, how I feel about the internet in general. You know, it's all just one distraction after another. The whole reason why they pushed the television into the American home was so they could push the psyop into the American home. And most people are just not conscious of who runs this fucking world, you know? They're not. Like, even hardcore Christians don't seem to be conscious of that. So, I mean, how hardcore are they? And I would say that there are Muslims and Jews that are, like, more aware of that shit than Christians. But secular people, too. I mean, it's crazy. I really don't care, like, what you believe or don't believe, by the way. Like, if you like, agree with anything I say in relation to, like, technology and how bad things are, then you're on my team, okay? So, I'll try to get you into heaven.